And that's what our mom can be.
All right, we're going to talk about excellent skills. You have to have a mastery of skills. One of the easiest things to do is develop excellence in your skills. People will follow you based on two things: your character and your skills. With great skills, people will want to emulate you, follow you, duplicate you, and do what you are doing. Okay, so some of you are just born leaders. How many of you just know people that are born leaders? They just have that about them, and people just follow them wherever they go, even if it's not a good place to go. They follow them. Well, you know what's great about this business is that anybody, regardless if you're a born leader, can develop skills. You may not be a born leader, but you can develop the skills that leaders have. You can develop those skills. And the best way to develop skills and become excellent at your skills is to do lots of it. So if you want to develop incredible skills of a leader, then do a lot of what leaders do. Because you get better and better the more you do, and that's how you develop skills.
Develop initiation is the next characteristic of a leader. I'm just going to read a little piece of this because I know we're hurrying, there's a few more to get through. Leading and starting, steps forward and begins the process so that others will follow. Make things happen and put things in momentum. You guys, when I say this, don't wait for your upline to call and say, are you going to have a party this week? When I was building this business, I called my VP, hey, can you go with me 2 days? I have 9 parties. We'll get them on the books. We'll get them on there. Can you go with me and help me? Take charge. If you want this, put your head down and go to work. It's work, but it's so worth it, and it's not that hard. You know why? Hard to me would be leaving my children every single day, would be working for someone else for the next 30 years of my life. Arbonne is not hard at all. So just develop that initiation. If you want this, you can make it happen. I am no different than you. Shanae is no different than you. But what we did do is we initiated it. We made this happen, just like any of you can too.
All right. Communication. All right. The ability to influence by communication. Your ability to communicate will directly affect your ability to lead. You must continually work and cultivate your ability to communicate. How well do you communicate? Think about some of the great leaders in the past. They were all people who could communicate their visions. Being a great communicator doesn't mean that you're a great speaker. There are a number of ways to communicate: informal, writing, nonverbal. So are you a great communicator? And that kind of relates a little bit to vision. You know, a lot of people think, oh, I'm not a good speaker, so I'm not a good communicator. That is not true. There are some horrible speakers. My husband is one of them. He has stage fright in front of 4-year-olds. He can't teach Sunday school. He cannot speak in front of people. He is a wonderful communicator. He's a wonderful communicator. He listens, and then he responds, and then he paints pictures, and he's a visionary. So you can be a great communicator regardless of whether or not you're a great speaker. And anybody can become a great speaker. I mean, if you would have seen Pam and I both, our first week in Arbonne speaking, and then today, I'm telling you, there's a great difference there. So it's just a skill. It's just a skill. But communication is not a great speaker. It's just listening and communicating to your team the action steps that they need to take to build a business, and then listening to them as to what they want out of this business, and then communicating back to them how they get it.
All right, passion. I'm just going to read little pieces because I know we're hurrying, so things to get through, but all this will be online again. Vision is cognitive. Passion is something that is emotive. Passion is in your heart and is what drives the vision. You guys, I wanted a better life. I wanted to be a mom. I wanted to be the best wife. To me, that's success. To be the best mother I can be, the best wife I can be, that is success. But I had to have passion to drive that. And that's what you need too. If you want a better life, Arbonne is full of passion. It's the most passionate company I've ever seen. It truly, truly is. And all the ones that I've been around. And so you have to have passion to drive you. So you can't ever let that go. Carla talks about that a lot. When you use the word passion, people listen. Because it's a very, very powerful word.
a pursuit of excellence. The good is the enemy of the best. If you settle for good, you will never get to the best. Good will keep you getting to the best. Good will keep you getting to the best. Most people will be satisfied with good. Most are average. Most people are average. Few people will pursue excellence. Is your why driving you to pursue excellence? Pursuit of excellence is in thought, speech, and action and products. They set an expectation of excellence in their team. Leaders do. Do you have an expectation of excellence? People will rise to the expectation. So, pursuit of excellence. You know what? That says it all. People will rise to the expectations. What do you expect of you? And what do you expect of your team? Okay, what do you expect of you and what do you expect of your team? If you don't expect much of them, you're probably not going to get much of them. How many of you have kids in the room? Okay, do you want to let your kids know that you really don't expect much? Because what do you usually get? Not much. But when you let them know that you expect more, you get more. I'm going to give a quick example of this. We only have one more point after this. We're good. Quick example of this is my son. He's 13. He's in junior high. And I had to work for my grades in school. I had to work for him. My son's never brought home a book in his life. He's too smart for his own darn good. He's never studied, and he just makes A's. Well, why does he make A's? Because I told him he had to make A's. He's never studied, he makes A's. So then I thought, he's not even trying, and he's just scraping by with A's, 90, 91, 92, 93, never any higher. So I said, you won't, and we pay him for A's. So I said, from now on, you only get X amount of dollars for A, but you get X amount of dollars, a bonus, for 98 and above. Next report card comes out, he got 98 and above in every subject, and still didn't bring a single book home to study. I lifted the bar of what I expected of him, and he rose to the occasion. He thought I wanted an A, and he was giving me an A, 90, 91. That was as good as he was going to get until I lifted the bar. So lift the bar of what you expect for you and your team.
Okay, the last one, or might have two more, but view of the common good. Basically, this is just saying always help others. Are you looking to gain for yourself or to help other people? One, and we could go on and on about this because that's what we're in Arbonne for. And I'll tell you guys something I learned is that I didn't realize this for a long time until Shanae kind of made me realize it, but I'm very good at cold market, and I never knew how. And you know what I learned? It's because I have something to always offer them. I don't always go straight into Arbonne. I don't know if that's good or bad sometimes, but sometimes I want to know how can I help them, and guess what? It always turns around to help me too. Maybe they're a real estate agent. Well, you know what? I have a huge network of Arbonne consultants, and if we're in touch, then I can, tell them about you. So guess what? They're going to support me too. See what you have to offer them. Always look in the best interest of other people because it always comes back. Somebody last night said, be a blessing to others and you will be blessed. How beautiful is that? It's so true. So true.
Relationship. Extraordinary people understand that people make decisions based on relationship. People are relational by nature. God created individuals to operate relationally. The extraordinary leader will master the ability to develop and maintain extraordinary relationships so that when you speak and act, you have credibility. Keys to keep in mind: own your integrity, time, communicate well, caring, bonding opportunities, mutual investment in one another. Relationships are key in this business. How many times have you heard Miss Rita Davenport say this is a relationship business? It's relational. You have to build relationships. There are people on my team today that are still here 5 years later because I built a relationship with them, not because they've seen the results they want to see. They're here because they know, like, and trust me, and we built a relationship. And that is key in this business. You have to build relationships. And it doesn't always, just like Pam was saying, it's not always going to be about Arbonne, it's going to be about other things.
And so, yeah, that's so true in every way. They're so important. And they're genuine too. When you're out there doing good for other people, it's genuine. And your relationships are real. It's not just to make them stand, not just to make them, it's real. So I just want to close a little bit, Sinead's going to close it out, but